Hi, my name is Brent and with OnTargetCoach.com, and we are here with the owners of Homegrown Apps here in Los Angeles, California. And so we're here talking to them about their products. They have some pretty cool things happening. They're involved with making some special products for children, some apps on the iPad and iPhone, and what am I missing, guys?
No, that's it.
iPad and the iPhone and whatever the next they come out with, they're going to be on it. You're
Totally,
going to see Homegrown Apps all over it.
No, our first game was a little game, accounting game called Hop to It. We released it right before Easter last year, and it's truly hopping. A little rabbit hops over Easter eggs, and you count as you hop. And then we released another Hop to ABCs, and we just released our ebook, Bedtime Bunny Tales, which is a 30-page full book
right
before Christmas. That was a mistake. We'll talk about that later. But there you
go. and so, what is the unique relationship here? So you guys are the owners of Homegrown Apps, but you guys are married.
12 years.
We are.
You're married 12 years, and I think I see in the back you have some of your four-legged children walking around back there.
Yes, we have 2 adopted dogs, and they're about 14 years old each. So,
wow. Yes. And so you guys are co-owners, and you're married, and you're doing business. How does that work?
Well, I started the business originally to do special effects.
Okay.
And because that's more my background. So I was in film, special effects, and some video games. And that was right at the beginning of 2008. And so what happened was it was hard to get special effects work even in California.
Right.
And so we did that for a little while, and then we had started putting together some content and really realized, actually my neighbor was like, this is great stuff, you should do an app. And at first I was kind of like, eh. And then I started really looking into it and getting excited about how just what an amazing medium it is. The mobile market is it's growing like crazy, and it's just a really cool medium. So.
Yeah, so I mean, Sam, you have a background in working with some of the major studios. I'm sure we can't. I don't know if we're allowed to say any of their names here, but a lot of the major studios here in LA, you've done a lot of work with gaming and what else?
Well, film, computer animated films,
right?
So,
and special effects too.
And special effects.
And special effects.
And so that was my background, and I thought that the transition, learning this stuff, wouldn't be as challenging as it was. It was actually, I have a lot more respect for, programmers and people who do really technicals. I thought my stuff was pretty technical, but that was actually, one of the most challenging parts was developing final products. Something I'd never done before.
Right. So let's talk a little bit more about Bedtime Bunny Tales.
We wanted to brand ourselves as the go-to when it comes to bedtime, so that kids are excited about going to bed instead of dreading that time. So that's why we really wanted to push Bedtime Bunny Tales. But we also want everyone to know the stories that we're trying to promote. And those are stories with a moral, a purpose, something that will teach children good things. Like our first is a remix of The Tortoise and the Hare. Mm-hmm. And we decided to make it a little bit more relevant, a little bit more timely, and we threw a little greed in that too. So it wasn't just about being lackadaisical and being, oh, I'm better than you, I don't have to work so hard. We also threw in, hey, a little bit of
greed can get you stuck in places you don't want to be.
Yes. So we added that to the mix. So it's Tortoise and the Hare remix.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And then all of them, all of our stories are going to end in bedtime. So there's going to be kind of a bedtime ritual where everybody in the forest is going to bed, and
and you are too.
and going off to bed. So.
Yeah, and you turn off the lights. With the actual application, Bedtime Bunny Tales, when you touch the characters, they all giggle or move or do something. But at the very end, you turn off the lights. So you'll touch the lamp and the light goes off.
And everybody goes to sleep.
And everybody goes to sleep, and their eyelids close.
And hopefully the children will go to sleep too, right?
Yeah. So, and you have more experience with that.
Yeah, we're learning about bedtime rituals. We're brushing our teeth now. We have a young son that's 14 months old, brushing teeth and reading books, 4 or 5 books, before we can finally go to bed now. So yes,
cute, yeah.
The more books you can create, the better. So let's talk about the artwork, because the artwork in these is just incredible. It is just incredible. You look at it, and I've known you, and I've seen some of your paintings, Sam. But I look at these, and I'm like, these are just incredible. I think I'm looking at like Pixar or DreamWorks, like a movie, and like it's high class.
Thank you. Well, we worked really hard on it, but some of the kind of the exciting thing is that a lot of what the big studios are doing now is able to be done on home computers or even on laptops. We did a lot of the stuffing, some of the testing on laptops. So that's exciting, that all of a sudden these tools are available to somebody who's at home, and being able to, having my background in using those tools, it's great to be able to produce artwork and stories that are as compelling, I feel like, as some of the big studios.
As a small business, just starting out, how did you convince these big name, voices and writers to come on board?
I think personally, everybody wants to do an app. Everybody thinks that apps are like the holy grail, and it wasn't hard at all.
Really?
It wasn't hard.
Wow.
No, it wasn't hard. Everyone was, they signed up when we asked. So, yeah, that wasn't the difficult part.
Wow.
I think having a certain production value, too, is important.
Yeah.
Getting people on board, just basically showing them that you're serious. And since Mark had done such a good job pulling off a lot of the artwork, because we had 2 or 3 little pictures here and there, and had little things that we could kind of show tests, that we were going to finish it, and that we were serious about having a nice production value, and that was the reason that we chose them. Helped too.
Yeah, I think so too. I think when you show someone a product that you're proud of, then they're proud to be part of it too.
Mm. Yeah, it's definitely top notch, product. So do you have any advice? So there's 2 guys sitting around and they have an idea for an app. Do you have any advice for them, in getting started or through the process of applying to Apple or to the App Store? What do you have to say to them?
I have a couple of things. Keep your day job. Don't have grandiose ideas of how your app's going to make $1 million in the first week. So keep your day job, work on it in your spare time, because Sam and I, we quit taking clients because Sam had been taking clients all the way up until last January, and I was working too. Mm-hmm. So we both quit our jobs and we're like, we're going to do this full time. Mm-hmm. And I think it was actually more stressful. We thought that it was going to give us more time to actually work on everything, but it was more stressful because we were watching our savings kind of, we're like, wait a minute, we're not making money, but we're spending money. So it actually has been a lot better, I think, personally. For me, I went back to work before we launched the ebook, but I think it's, people say that too. A lot of small businesses say that. Keep your day job and work on it in your spare time. We felt overwhelmed. We just were like, no, we're going to get this out.
Right.
So I think it's fine that we did it that way, but I also think it's really nice when you have money coming in so you don't have to tap into your savings to do things, you know? So I'd say maybe a month or two, but yeah, keep your day job. Don't have grandiose ideas. Go to the Apple's website, and what is that? Developers, right? It's like if you Google Apple developers, you know, the website will come up, and start reading through everything that you have to do and get certified before you even start, I think. Don't you think? Yeah. It'll give you just a better idea.
Apply to be a developer.
Yeah, apply to be a developer. Also, don't forget about marketing. If you don't market and or advertise your app, you will not sell any. Just straight up.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't matter how
the market's
beautiful.
so flooded, right? It's overwhelming when you go to the app store. You don't know what to look for, what to buy, you know.
Exactly. And if you don't do that, please don't make an app. You'll be so disappointed. And I read up on this prior to, which I knew this anyway, being in advertising television, but it is a full-time job marketing your app. So if you don't have a lot of time or a lot of savings to pay someone to do it, I mean, just do it for fun.
Right.
You know?
Just as a hobby.
Yeah, it's a hobby. Yeah, just do it as a hobby, but don't do it as a business model. Or, you know, don't try and make this a business unless you have the time, energy, and money to spend on marketing and advertising. That's what I think. One other thing. If you're building an app and you're trying to find programmers, it's huge. I mean, you cannot find programmers. I was adamant that I wanted to use American programmers, local programmers. Well, we looked and we looked and we looked, and we did not. Because everyone has jobs. I mean, programmers, if you really want to make money, be a programmer. If you want a career, get into programming.
It's a good tip for everybody.
Yes, they're very, very in demand. But anyway, when you hire your programmer, do it in chunks. Okay, within this week, I want this finished, and then we'll pay you. Then after this, you've got another week to complete this, and then we'll pay you. That was something we learned.
Have very clear, concise milestones. And if that milestone isn't met, then don't go on to the next one.
Yeah. It'll save you a lot of frustration and time.
Wow. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So I know how to make an app now. I'm just going to go go tonight and just start, you know, coding right away. You know?
Good luck.
But I'm going to market first, you know.
Totally.
I'm going to start get my Facebook page up before I even touch the keyboard. Is that what you're saying?
Totally. Yes. Yes, talk, and then talk some more. Because I will honestly say I lost steam. By the time we released it, I've lost steam. And like I said, in the very beginning, we released it at a bad time, right before Christmas. So we're going to re-release Bedtime Bunny Tales, but it's going to be called The Tortoise and the Hare. If we can get, if that all works out when it comes to public domain, Tortoise and the Hare, Bedtime Bunny Tales. And it's going to be in the ebook category instead of the entertainment category. So we're having a whole new relaunch, but this is a part of the learning curve. So timing is really important when it comes to, you know, when you release things and such.
Right. So if we want to buy Bedtime Bunny Tales, guide us in the App Store. You said is under a specific heading.
Bedtime Bunny Tales. Bedtime, all one word, bunny, and then Tales is Tales, not Tails, but Tales. And you can always go to our website, www.bedtimebunnytales.com. And you can click on the website to download the app. So
do that there, and you can also catch them on their Facebook page, and they're also on Twitter. And we'll put all those links there on this website, and we'll be looking forward to what you guys have in your personal life, and that Homegrown Apps will keep on putting out some good quality material for our kids. Thanks you guys for being on the show today and for your time.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you later.